Hello, my name is Kelsey Olson, and this is my demonstrative speech. So let's get started. A horse is a thing of such beauty. None will tire of looking at him as long as he displays himself in his splendor. These words were first spoken by the great horseman Xenophon in the year 400 BC. Even before the times of Xenophon, horses have been our partners. They've followed us into war. They've helped us to tend to our flocks in the fields, and they've danced in our dreams at night. Every little girl dreams of owning her own horse one day, at some point in her life. And for me, one day that dream came true, and I was blessed with the best friend that I could ever ask for. So today I'm going to discuss the most important topics a beginner should know before they start to handle and ride horses. I've gained lots of knowledge through my years of experience, and I enjoy sharing that with as many people as I can. So as I said, horses can make wonderful partners and companions, but there are steps and precautions that we need to take to ensure that we have a happy and healthy relationship that's mutual for the horse and the rider. So that brings me to my first topic, which is safety. Safety is first and foremost the most important thing to learn when you're first getting started with horses. Horses aren't able to see directly in front of them or behind them, so when approaching, you need to do it from the side. As you walk towards them, you're going to stick your hand out and let them smell you. Horses relate to each other through smell. So this is kind of our way of acknowledging that. It's important to always wear closed-toed boots or shoes to ensure that your feet are safe in the case that you would be stepped on. And also, you don't want to run around a horse. They can become startled and panic. So once you have safely introduced yourself to the horse and you feel comfortable in their presence, it's time to learn how to lead. In order to move a horse from one point to the other, we use a halter and a lead rope. It is important to use proper technique to ensure the horse and rider's safety. During the entire process, the handler needs to be standing between the horse's head and the shoulder, so right about where their neck is, facing forward with their feet straight, eyes looking ahead in the direction that you'd like the horse to go. We use what is called the butterfly method to ensure that if the horse were to pull hard on one side, you would not be wrapped, your hand would not get caught. So we're going to make loops, such as this, like that. If the horse were to pull, at no point is my hand going to be wrapped around the lead rope. And it can happen faster than you think, so make sure to use the proper method. If you want to turn the horse from left to right, you're going to push them in the direction that you want them to go, or you're going to pull them. So basically, whichever direction their head is facing is the direction that they're going to walk in. And typically, horses just need a gentle sign to show them which way you want to go, because they are very sensitive. And to stop, you're going to pull back on the horse's head gently, and as they stop, you're going to release to let them know that they've done the correct thing. So once you're able to move your horse around successfully, the next step is to groom your horse. Grooming can be a very pleasant experience for both horse and rider. The first time you attempt to groom, I would recommend that you have an experienced horse person there in case you were to need any help, or you got into a situation where you didn't feel comfortable. So there are 5 brushes that we use on an everyday basis. Here we have the curry comb, the hard brush, the soft brush, a hoof pick, and a mane and tail brush. Each brush has their own function and their own purpose. A curry comb is going to lift all the mud and dirt that may be stuck in their coat up off. The hard brush is going to flick away that dust and dirt. The soft brush is going to smooth out their coat. The mane and tail brush is going to remove any snarls from their mane or their tails. And the hoof pick is to remove any mud, dirt, rocks that could be stuck in there. So after you have learned how to groom your horse, if you're planning on riding, then you would be in the tacking stage. There are several types of tack. There's saddles and bridles. This is the saddle I have behind me, but this is just one type of saddle. There are many different kinds. So we're going to save that presentation for another day, and we're going to go straight into mounting and dismounting. It is very important that we use the proper technique when mounting and dismounting. Speaking from my own experiences, you don't want to be stuck on the side of a horse as they're taking off. It's not a good place to be. So make sure that when you are mounting, you're going to make swift, precise, and gentle motions. You're going to swing, put your left foot in the stirrup, swing your right leg over the top of the horse, making sure not to hit them, and sitting down gently in the saddle. To dismount, we're going to do just the opposite. You're going to swing your right leg over first. As you're coming over, you're going to lay your stomach in the part of the saddle here, take your left foot out of the stirrup, and then you can slide all the way down to the ground easily. So, congratulations! Now that you have done all the hard work to get your horse ready, it is finally time to ride. Make sure you have an experienced teacher to show you the basics for your first ride, and I would suggest a few beyond that, but whatever you're comfortable with. For this presentation, I'm going to show you the basics of riding position. So proper position is key to becoming a good rider. The proper position can be challenging, so it's important that you stay patient because the process isn't going to happen overnight. So for proper position, you're going to keep your heels down, your foot, let's see here, the ball of your foot is going to sit right here, and your heel is going to be pointed in the downward direction. For your hands, they're going to be placed above the saddle here, such as this, and you're going to keep them nice and steady. You're going to keep your eyes up. You want to look in the direction that you're going so the horse can see where you want him to be. You're going to sit nice and tall, and you sit back on your seat bones. Your seat should land right about here in the middle of the saddle, the deepest part here. So, now that I've discussed the most important topics a beginner should know before handling a horse, I hope you feel comfortable to get out there and use some of the information that I've shared with you, because I truly love teaching people about my passion for these wonderful creatures. So thank you for allowing me to do that today. Happy trails, everybody.